5 simple habits to transform your life in 1 week. Change often appears to be an enormous, intimidating peak. One that makes us instinctively search for shortcuts or magic switches that promise instant results. Many of us buy into the myth that true transformation must be fast, dramatic, and sweeping. I completely understand that mindset. I've experienced it myself. You set an ambitious goal, the excitement surges, and your motivation blazes like a newly lit fire. Then, after a handful of days, that fire dwindles. Suddenly the objective looks overwhelming, almost impossible, and you abandon the effort. Here's the surprising truth. Sustainable progress rarely originates from grand, heroic gestures. Instead, it grows out of tiny, consistent actions performed day after day. Imagine transformation not as a single giant leap, but as a steady procession of manageable steps that gradually build momentum. This is the principle of incremental change. Small actions may seem trivial, too minor to matter, but they compound over time, much like daily deposits in a savings account. 1 push-up becomes 10. 10 push-ups evolve into a stronger body. A 5-minute walk after dinner can spark a habit that eventually turns into regular 30-minute workouts. The first step is accepting that overnight perfection is a myth. It's progress, not perfection, that will carry you forward. Even a window as short as 7 days can lay the groundwork for meaningful improvement. By devoting a single week to simple, repeatable behaviors, you start rewiring your mindset, boosting your energy, and sharpening your clarity. Think of these 7 days as the pilot phase of a much larger project. Proof that you have the capacity to direct your own evolution. If you're curious about what a single week can achieve, stick with me. Before we dive in, feel free to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you won't miss upcoming insights designed to keep you inspired and informed. Ready? Let's explore a practical approach you can adopt immediately. Microlearning, sometimes called informal learning, offers a realistic strategy for staying sharp in our distraction-heavy world. Modern life bombards us with pings from social media, 24-hour news cycles, and endless entertainment options. Amid that sensory overload, carving out lengthy study sessions can feel impossible. Microlearning flips the script. Rather than spending hours buried in textbooks or marathon lectures, you consume knowledge in bite-sized pieces, usually 5 to 10 minutes at a time. This might mean watching a concise educational video while you eat breakfast, listening to a short podcast during your commute, or reading a quick article while your coffee brews. The beauty of microlearning lies in its flexibility and low barrier to entry. You don't need perfect conditions or huge blocks of uninterrupted time. All you need is curiosity and a few spare moments. Select topics that genuinely interest you. A historical event, a new productivity hack, the basics of a foreign language, or even beginner guitar chords. Those micro-sessions accumulate, nurturing an ongoing habit of curiosity and growth. Think of it like brushing your teeth, brief, routine, yet essential. Over weeks and months, these modest learning doses expand your knowledge base, strengthen neural connections, and keep your mind adaptable. In a fast-moving world, that adaptability is a superpower. To recap, meaningful change does not depend on dramatic overhauls. It flourishes through steady, repeatable actions, whether that's adopting a 7-day mini-challenge or embracing microlearning during spare moments. Commit to small steps, stay consistent, and watch how those seemingly insignificant efforts compound into profound progress. No matter how hectic your schedule might be, you can always carve out a little time to incorporate learning into your day. Perhaps you tune in to a podcast during your lunch break or watch a short YouTube video while relaxing in the evening. The timing or duration doesn't really matter. What's important is that you integrate this practice consistently into your daily routine. So, what benefits does this bring? Besides keeping your mind agile, it broadens your perspective on the world. It introduces you to new ways of thinking, which sparks curiosity and generates ideas you might never have considered otherwise. In a fast-paced and often overwhelming world, microlearning serves as a powerful strategy to stay flexible and engaged. It's an excellent solution to mental exhaustion because it doesn't demand hours of intense focus. Instead, dedicating just a few minutes each day can create a steady rhythm of personal growth. Think about it. Over the course of a week, a month, or even a year, those small bits of knowledge begin to add up. Before you know it, you're more educated, more informed, and more confident in your ability to adapt to change, even when life feels like it's racing ahead at full speed. Microlearning provides you with an opportunity to pause, catch your breath, and continue growing, one tiny step at a time. That's the beauty of it. When you adopt this habit, you're not merely acquiring facts, you're nurturing a mindset of curiosity and resilience. In a world that constantly asks more of us, microlearning helps us stay present and continue evolving without feeling overwhelmed. So, what could you learn today? Is there something you've always wanted to explore but never had the time for? Take a few minutes right now to dive into that topic and notice how it makes you feel. You'll likely be amazed by how much richer your life becomes and how much sharper your mind feels. One small piece at a time. The secret lies in consistency. After just 7 days, you'll find that these small efforts are already beginning to pave the way for a more curious, adaptable, and well-informed version of yourself. Embrace the warrior mentality. There's a fascinating, almost magnetic attraction to comfort. Isn't there? We all desire ease. Whether it's collapsing onto the couch after a long day, opting for the easiest route, or steering clear of anything that makes us uneasy. Yet, it's precisely when we confront discomfort that real growth begins. Let's be honest. Discomfort, whether physical, mental, or emotional, can feel incredibly challenging. It's easy to retreat when we feel weak or overwhelmed. Our minds start convincing us that we're not ready, that we're not strong enough. We tell ourselves, "I'll do it tomorrow," and in that moment we choose comfort over progress. But what if there was another path? Consider the warrior mentality. Imagine starting each day with the mindset of someone who thrives on discomfort. Not because it's effortless, but because it's essential. The warrior doesn't shy away from difficulty. They face it head-on, knowing that every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. A warrior trains their mind to welcome the struggle because they understand that only by pushing past their limits can they uncover their true potential. This is the mindset that distinguishes those who remain stuck from those who continually evolve. It's not about having perfect circumstances. It's about developing the inner strength to thrive regardless of the situation. And the good news is you can build this strength gradually, one step at a time. For the next 7 days, push yourself to take on something difficult, something that makes you uncomfortable. It doesn't need to be the hardest thing you've ever attempted. The secret lies in challenging yourself to step just beyond the boundaries of your current capabilities. Imagine setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier than usual, not out of obligation but as a conscious choice to begin your day with clarity and intention. Or perhaps it's lacing up your sneakers for a workout that tests your physical limits, or finally addressing that tough conversation you've been avoiding. It might even mean sitting quietly with your emotions, allowing yourself to feel them fully instead of distracting or escaping from them. Whatever form it takes, make it a deliberate small action, a daily ritual of embracing discomfort. This isn't about recklessness or forcing yourself into unnecessary pain. Instead, it's about recognizing that real growth happens in the space just outside your comfort zone. Every time you lean into that discomfort, you're training both your mind and body to build resilience, like a muscle that strengthens with use. A warrior understands this. Discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the forge where true strength is shaped. Take Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most revered Stoic philosophers. He believed that endurance, the ability to persist through hardship, was foundational to personal growth. His famous line, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way," isn't just a clever saying. It's a mindset that teaches us to see challenges as opportunities. These obstacles don't just test us. They mold our character. So as you navigate this week, remember that every hurdle is a chance to sharpen your focus, toughen your spirit, and grow stronger. The discomfort you feel isn't a red flag to retreat. It's a green light that you're moving in the right direction. Each time you push through, you're building the resilience needed to handle whatever life throws at you. By the end of the week, you'll look back not just at the difficult tasks you completed, but at the person you've become through the process. Strength is forged in discomfort, and the warrior's mindset isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate, one small step at a time. And as you do, you'll find yourself better equipped to face future challenges. Knowing your potential is far greater than you ever imagined. Now, let's talk about discipline. We've all been there. Dreaming big, setting ambitious goals, and picturing the incredible results we want to achieve. Excitement builds, and we're ready to dive in. But then reality hits. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. The idea of a sudden, magical breakthrough is tempting, but it's rarely how success works. We often want to skip the struggle and jump straight to the finish line where triumph awaits. But the truth is, success is built through consistent daily effort. It's the discipline to show up even when motivation is low, even when the work feels tedious. Discipline is the key that unlocks the potential you've been striving to access. Let's break this down with an example. Think of someone who seems naturally gifted, maybe a musician, athlete, or writer. It's easy to assume they were born with that talent. But here's the reality. Talent only gets you so far. The real difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies in their commitment to daily practice. I recall a story about a musician who wasn't the most naturally gifted in his class. Others seemed to play effortlessly, but he had something else. Discipline. He practiced relentlessly, day after day, turning what once felt impossible into a skill that came second nature. The takeaway? Discipline outshines raw talent every time. When you show up consistently, even when it's hard, you're not just working toward a goal, you're building the foundation of a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Every time, it is the effort that transforms raw potential into tangible results. For the next week, I invite you to select one specific area of your life to focus on. This could be a skill you wish to enhance, a fitness target you aim to reach, or a personal habit you want to cultivate. Dedicate time to practice this daily, whether it's for just 10 minutes or up to an hour. Make this commitment a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Remember, the goal isn't to achieve perfection. It's about consistently showing up and putting in the effort, even on days when motivation is lacking. As the week progresses, you will begin to witness the compound effect of your consistent efforts. Those small, seemingly insignificant actions, when repeated over time, will accumulate and lead to significant results. What may have felt like a slow and trivial endeavor at the outset will eventually build into something powerful. You will start to observe enhancements in your skills, increased focus, and a boost in your confidence. This is the essence of discipline. It doesn't demand perfection, only persistence. Moreover, discipline is not solely about attaining external achievements. It is also about character development. Each time you commit to practice, you are not just improving in your chosen area. You are evolving as an individual. You are instilling in yourself the importance of persistence, the strength of consistency, and the resilience that comes from overcoming challenges. This journey serves as a reminder that growth is a gradual process and that the pursuit of perfection is often an illusion. You don't need to be flawless to make progress, nor do you have to get everything right on the first try. What truly matters is your commitment to show up repeatedly and trust that each practice session brings you one step closer to mastery. Discipline is not about being the best at this very moment. It's about striving to be better than you were yesterday. When you adopt this mindset, the results will naturally follow steadily and surely. Therefore, release the expectation of immediate success and embrace the journey. The outcomes will be inevitable when you dedicate yourself to the work. After all, discipline serves as the bridge connecting your current state to your desired destination. Now, let's talk about organizing your environment to enhance clarity and productivity. Clutter has a sneaky way of infiltrating our lives, doesn't it? Whether it manifests as stacks of papers on our desks, a disorganized inbox, or a mind that struggles to concentrate for more than a few moments, the accumulation of mess can be overwhelming. Initially, it may seem harmless, just one more thing to address later. However, over time, clutter begins to weigh us down. It distracts us, complicates our ability to think clearly, and drains our energy. You may have noticed this yourself. As clutter increases, so does the feeling of being overwhelmed. Your mental state often reflects the disorder around you, leading to constant distractions and a clouded mind, making it increasingly difficult to focus and be productive. It's as if the physical chaos outside mirrors an internal state of disarray. So, how can we escape this persistent sense of overwhelm? The answer lies in organizing your surroundings. The simple act of decluttering can significantly enhance your mental clarity. When your environment is tidy, everything becomes more manageable. You can quickly locate what you need, your mind feels less chaotic, and the energy in the room shifts positively. A clean and organized space fosters better thinking. It's no coincidence that when we feel productive, our surroundings tend to be more orderly. Maintaining a well-kept environment is not just about aesthetics. It's about functionality. It reduces distractions, allowing your mind to concentrate on what truly matters. Organizing your space is not merely about creating a visually appealing area. It's about providing yourself with the mental clarity necessary to think clearly, work with focus, and live intentionally. I would like to challenge you this coming week to dedicate just a little time to this endeavor. Imagine dedicating just 5 to 10 minutes each day to decluttering or organizing a specific area in your life. You might want to begin with something simple like your desk. Clear away the piles of papers, organize your files into neat categories, and give yourself a fresh, clean workspace to operate from. Alternatively, you could focus on your digital space. Sort through your emails, delete unnecessary files, and arrange your digital folders in a way that makes sense to you. Choose one small section each day, and as you tidy up, pay attention to how it makes you feel. At first, it may seem like an insignificant effort, but over time, this daily habit will start to reveal its cumulative benefits. Each small act of tidying not only clears physical clutter, but also creates more room for focus, creativity, and productivity. It's all about the compound effect, gradually building an environment where clarity can thrive. As you work on removing physical clutter, take a moment to reflect on how it impacts your mental state. A clean and organized space doesn't just help you get more done. It also allows you to think more clearly. It gives you the mental breathing room to concentrate on what truly matters. Think of it like this. When you declutter a room, finding what you need becomes much easier. Similarly, organizing your thoughts and priorities becomes simpler when your surroundings are clean and intentional. By creating space in your environment, you're also creating space in your mind. The less cluttered your surroundings, the more capacity you'll have to focus on your goals, passions, and personal growth. So why not take the first step today? Start with one area, no matter how small. These little victories will add up, and before you know it, you'll realize that by organizing your physical space, you've also brought order to your mind. A clean environment isn't just about external tidiness. It's about cultivating the mental clarity that leads to true productivity and peace of mind. Now, let's talk about another powerful way to boost both your body and mind: exercise. We've all been there. The excitement of signing up for a gym membership, setting ambitious fitness goals, buying all the gear and starting off strong. But then, somewhere along the way, motivation wanes. What once felt exciting starts to feel like a chore. Exercise becomes something we feel obligated to do rather than something we genuinely enjoy. It's easy to fall into the trap of going through the motions just to check the box. But deep down, we know it's not working. Instead of feeling energized, exercise starts to feel like a burden. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we viewed exercise not as a tedious obligation but as an opportunity, a chance to elevate not just our bodies but also our minds? Exercise is so much more than a way to stay in shape. It's a powerful tool for improving mental and emotional well-being. When you move your body, you're doing far more than burning calories or building muscle. You're boosting your mood, reducing stress, and sharpening your cognitive abilities. Studies show that regular physical activity enhances brain function, improves memory, and helps regulate emotions. Think of exercise as a reset button for your mind. The endorphins released during physical activity can lift your spirits, calm your nerves, and improve your ability to focus and think clearly. It's not just about looking better on the outside, it's about feeling better on the inside too. This connection between physical movement and mental clarity is often overlooked, but once you experience it for yourself, it becomes impossible to ignore. A good workout can be exactly what your mind needs to approach life's challenges with resilience and focus. For the next week, challenge yourself to start small. Commit to just 10 minutes of exercise each day. Keep it simple and achievable. Right now, consistency is more important than intensity. Maybe you begin with a brisk walk around the block, a short yoga session, or even a few minutes of stretching. The key is to make it a sustainable habit. Over time, those 10 minutes can grow into something more, and you'll begin to notice the profound impact it has on both your body and mind. Imagine starting each day with a simple yet powerful promise to yourself. To move your body, no matter what. It doesn't have to be a marathon session, just a brisk 10-minute walk, a few bodyweight exercises like push-ups or squats, or even a quick dip into yoga. The aim isn't to exhaust yourself from day one, but to cultivate the habit of showing up, day in and day out. It's about getting those limbs loose and your heart beating, even if it's just for a short burst. As this daily ritual starts to feel more familiar, mix things up to keep boredom at bay. Experiment with a new workout style, dabble in a different physical activity, or challenge your current limits in a fresh way. The golden rule here is consistency. Don't stress about executing it flawlessly. Just commit to the daily act. Over time, those initial 10 minutes will transition from feeling like a chore to becoming an indispensable part of your daily rhythm. As you persist with exercising, broaden your perspective. Recognize that each time you nudge your physical boundaries, you're simultaneously pushing your mental and emotional frontiers. Exercise isn't just about building physical stamina. It's a resilience workshop. It's about mastering the art of embracing discomfort, mustering the courage to show up even when the motivation is lacking, and evolving through challenges. That pivotal moment during a run, a weightlifting session, or even while stretching, when you feel like you've hit a wall, holds more profound lessons about your character than almost any other experience. The mental fortitude you forge in these instances doesn't stay confined to the gym. It permeates other aspects of your life. You discover an untapped capacity to handle more than you ever imagined, learn to sit comfortably with temporary discomfort, and understand that growth often lies just beyond the horizon of what you thought were your unyielding limits. So, as you pledge to these daily physical engagements, remember, you're not merely sculpting your physique. You're fortifying your mind, emotions, and inner strength. Exercise emerges as more than a physical pursuit. It's a potent tool for self-evolution, a journey toward unveiling the best version of yourself. By dedicating time to your bodily well-being, you're concurrently nurturing your mental and emotional ascendancy. Reflecting on the past week, it becomes evident how these small, deliberate actions accumulate in subtle yet profound ways. Whether it was investing a few daily minutes in acquiring new knowledge, confronting discomfort head-on to bolster resilience, adhering to a daily practice schedule, organizing your surroundings for mental clarity, or weaving exercise into your routine to harmonize body and mind, each of these habits has quietly laid down the foundation for something monumental. The essence of the matter is straightforward. Even a brief span of 7 days is sufficiently potent to set the wheels of change in motion. This isn't the finish line but the starting gun of a longer, more transformative journey. Think of these nascent habits as seeds with steady nurturing. They'll sprout into meaningful, life-altering realities. The critical advice is, don't halt now. As these practices become more ingrained in your daily fabric, you'll start discerning not just tangible external shifts, but also subtle internal recalibrations. Every day you honor your commitments to yourself. Each instance you exercise discipline, push past the barriers of discomfort, or create space for personal expansion, you're generating momentum. The allure of momentum lies in its self-sustaining nature. Once it gathers pace, it becomes progressively easier to maintain the trajectory. Each forward step reinforces the previous one, orchestrating a ripple effect of profound change. The narrative isn't about chasing an elusive perfection or anticipating overnight miracles. It's about surrendering to the process, trusting the compounding magic of small, consistent efforts that culminate in enduring metamorphosis. Transformation, as we intuitively know, rarely unfurls overnight, nor does it always march in a linear progression. Yet, with each effort you invest, you're reinforcing the blueprints of an elevated you. The diligence you exhibit now is the currency that will yield dividends in the future. So, persist, knowing that the path to lasting transformation is gradual, winding, but unequivocally worthwhile. It's not a sprint. It's the beautiful, sometimes challenging, always rewarding journey of becoming. Arriving at a destination is not merely about the endpoint. It encompasses the continuous journey of personal growth, resilience, and self-exploration. If you have found these habits beneficial, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Which habit are you most eager to maintain? What other transformations are you currently pursuing in your life? Let's keep this dialogue alive and create positive momentum together. Here's to your ongoing journey of growth.